Okay, it's still streaming, so they'll have to go through all this. But now it's recording. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Michael 7 Michael. You're watching GEEKCASTER, and today we've got...
What's up, everyone? This is Bevan. And my music just died. Oh, no. Here we go. Throwback Galaxy. We're jamming to the top 50 Super Mario songs. And I'm liking it. That's what's going on today.
You know what happened? What happened with video games when they actually had really good music?
I don't know.
Like, it just kind of disappeared.
To the people out there, because I haven't played a video game a current video game. Mm-hmm. I do me some old school stuff often, enough, ish. Tell me, is there a new video game out there that has stellar, awesome music like Nintendo?
Yeah, please leave us a comment, because
please send your comments in the forums. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so Mission Impossible.
I didn't see it. Great.
Okay, let's move on.
Moving on. Chris Hardwick got reinstated. He came back on Talking Dead this past Sunday. He was very thankful for it. There had been several investigations on the accusations tweeted at by his ex. She never mentioned him by name, although she left it very specific enough for people to figure out that it was him. Mm-hmm. And then her statement after he was reinstated was something like, "Oh, I never wanted to ruin his career," which... Okay.
I didn't want to hurt your career. I just wanted to destroy it.
I just wanted to set it into the fiery pit of hell. No. So this, I kind of wish I had Jamie here for this debate, because I feel like some people are happy about this. Some people are like, "Oh my God, I'm so not watching the show ever again." Mm-hmm. I like, and then some people are like, "Well, what happened to innocent until proven guilty?" Well, if the courts and the investigators did their job, then he came out innocent. And I'd like to actually see, I think this is good for the Me Too movement. I can't talk, guys. I haven't had caffeine. I think this is good for the Me Too movement in the sense that most of us just want a fair assessment. And if they deserve to go down into the fiery pits of hell, then we will send you there. Destruction. I am Optimus Prime, and I will destroy you. So, I think, it's only fair if we're going to accuse all these men that they get assessed. And honestly, for instance, Kevin Spacey and Harvey Weinstein, there were so many accounts of bad behavior with them that of course they deserve to go down with the ship. Chris Hardwick, apparently there was very little evidence, if not any at all. A lot of exes came forward to support him. So,
that was nice.
Yeah, so I think...
Wow, that's like a commercial to be friends with your exes.
Yeah, right.
Or at least one.
You may need them one day.
At least one, yeah.
You may need them one day. Yeah. So
but that doesn't count, because he'd be like, "No, here's 10 grand. Just say I was swell. Just say I was a swell guy." You know what I'm saying?
10 grand?
I don't know. He's got more than that. I
was about to say, only 10 grand?
He could butter up a little. Yeah, for an ex too. Yeah, 100,000.
I don't say only. But then again, there's the danger of like a paper trail of that. If you put down some money, then it's like, well, why are you paying this person? Isn't this your ex? Oh, look, I see she's got a check in her deposit. And then she came out the next day and said, "Oh, he was so kind and sweet. He never did anything to me." So I don't think paying anybody off. I do declare. He was such a gentleman. He opened up the doors for me. He offered his seat. He put down his coat in a rain puddle for me to walk through.
And it wasn't a regular coat. It was like a replica of...
it was an Armani.
Something.
It's a Dolce &
Inspector Gadget coat.
Inspector Gadget.
Ooh, Did you hear that the Preacher returns?
Oh yeah.
I only saw the first season. I didn't see the second one. I needed, but it was really good. It was really good.
You know what else has returned? Voltron has returned.
What? Same cast? Same cast of vocal.
Yes, that's been for the last couple of seasons on Netflix.
Nice.
Apparently, I have not seen the new season yet. I'm still on season 3.
Season 3.
Guys, it's just Power Rangers in space.
Yeah.
It's Power Rangers in space.
Oh.
Except all lions instead of dinosaurs.
You mean 90210 in space?
Yeah. There is a debate going around if one of the characters is going to come out gay this season.
Do we have to add any kind of sexuality with these things? I think entertainment in general is just so overly like we have to have some sort of romance and people getting together. Can't we just have an action-packed story?
This is a very difficult conversation, and I feel like if Jamie were here, she would have exploded at you. No,
just in general. I mean, like just all sex and just an enema of sex completely for everybody.
Well, there's two arguments to that. Sex and relationships is just a natural part of a human being.
It's natural.
It's natural. It's animal instinct.
What's that? So it's natural.
Yeah, like I think like.
Do it.
It's just like any romance film, like you just can't have it be about the romance. You gotta have some sort of life and friends going on, or else it's just an overload of just sex scenes, which is just porn. I think with these shows, the argument that the LGBT community is making is that there is all the characters on all these cartoon shows, 93% of them are straight, and that they would like to see more representation of people like them.
Which is great and which is fine. I'm just saying in general, like kids, do we have to give that to kids? I can see for adults, but do kids have to have that in their shows?
And then the argument they would make is in the Disney movies, there's always a couple, for the most part, unless it's even with Lion King there was a couple. Dumbo didn't have a couple, but that was about a baby.
And that's why it's good for kids.
And then Bambi grew up to be an adult and found a lady Bambi. I forgot her name. I forgot the fawn's name that he courts.
I think people forget that Bambi's actually a guy.
Well, yeah. I mean, but then Bambi grows up and after the mom dies. Sorry, guys, spoilers.
At this point, if you haven't seen it and you're watching the show.
Bambi's mom gets shot by man. It's our fault.
Man, evil man.
Evil man.
This whole episode should be called Evil Man because everything we're hitting at is like evil man.
Evil man.
Evil oppressive man.
Evil oppressive man. Man oppressing their feelings for another man.
Oh man.
Oh god. So I mean, where I have a problem with, I don't have a problem with them introducing gay characters if they want to, if it's gonna work. The only problem I will ever have is if you take a character that's known to be straight their entire career and turn them gay.
You mean like in Solo, what they did to
Oh yeah, with Lando, it's like, Lando's pansexual now. It's like okay. Like, I don't know, create new characters, man. I mean, and as long as it doesn't dictate who they are, I mean, it's just, when you're straight, that's just one aspect of who you are. It does tell you how you talk to the opposite sex because of your attraction to them.
Right.
But, like, as long as it's not like, this is the gay character and he's going to do nothing but drop gay references and do some jazz hands,
Right. That's insulting.
I feel like that's insulting because then they're just stereotypical gay.
Right.
It's like, all right, well. Right. But, look, I'm not gay, so it's like I feel sometimes awkward talking about things that somebody that is more well equipped to talk about. Right. But the big news is that Voltron may have one of the characters come out as either bisexual or gay, and that is creating some excitement for people. I don't know if it's true yet. It's just a rumor. So we'll see if that's real or not.
If it's a thing.
I did. Yes.
Well, no, go ahead. Something you want to say?
I did say that Netflix is also about to come out with a new She-Ra cartoon. Which,
Yes! Sorry.
Wow, he's excited. Super excited. Oh my god. So the She-Ra cartoon is also causing some controversy because of the way She-Ra is drawn.
What? Okay, now I gotta hold on a second. Gotta look that up now.
And
any things online? The new
Oh
She-Ra?
yeah, you can see what it looks like, and that's why there was controversy. When I was at San Diego Comic-Con, I interviewed
Wait a minute. Let's see. She's well, I'm seeing more than one thing. Let's see.
Just
super
type it-
blonde?
Super blonde. Here, I'll show you what it looks like. Just look up She-Ra controversy Netflix, and then you'll see what I'm talking about.
She-Ra
Yeah, and then you go to and then you go to images, and then you see it, and you're like,
Interesting. All right, guys, I'm gonna put this in there. Now, is this because what part people are having a problem with? Because she's not as endowed as the original.
It's not even that. They've drawn her to look very. Somebody said Robin Hood. Sorry, not Robin Hood. Somebody said she looks like Peter Pan in a skirt.
I could see that.
Now, this is again a tough one. Me as a female, I definitely am like the person that's like, oh man, a superhero in heels. Okay, I'm for her looking more. I'm for her looking more modest outside. I don't want to even say modest, more realistic. But you don't have to necessarily make her look like a boy either.
The original She-Ra was I think very realistic.
I didn't think she was compared to what they've done. Like if you've ever played video games and you see the costumes they put women in versus men.
Correct.
She-Ra was nothing. You know,
Right.
I mean, if you look at the old She-Ra,
She just looked like she was playing tennis.
yeah, the original She-Ra outfit, like it does look like she's playing tennis.
Yeah.
Like,
Definitely. Like she's playing tennis with a sword,
yeah.
basically.
I mean,
And she was, yes, they showed that she had breasts, but they weren't like, triple D's and, they didn't they didn't overly sexualize her.
I think the only thing I want to be, I don't want femininity or looking feminine to come across as a negative thing all the time. Like I get the overzealous pressure of like, for instance, we need to draw, I'm totally for more pinup size Disney princesses and less unrealistic proportions. Like I love realistic proportions. At least with She-Ra, I thought she looked more realistic than any Disney princess I've ever seen.
And again, almost the way you felt about before, and certain topics, and I am a male speaking, so but the it's all realistic. I even the phrase of non-realistic, because there are women that are very thin or could be perceived as boyish build, and there are women that are very thick and voluptuous. There are, like, everything exists. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's unfair.
I mean, what I mean by Disney princesses is they've actually proved that they've drawn them in a certain way to where nobody really looks like that. Even if you're thin, you don't necessarily.
Your waist is not this thin.
The body proportions of it is not.
Yeah.
It's not realistic. Basically, is what they were saying.
Unless you remove a couple ribs.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they're saying.
And don't do that.
And don't do that.
Don't do that. It's not good.
So
be
anyways,
who you are. Love you.
So the She-Ra controversy is an interesting one because I think it's all going to go back down to the show. Like,
Gotcha.
is it a good show? Then I'll forgive the design. Like, to me, I looked at that and I was like, all right, well, it's made for a new audience. Maybe they're trying to gear it towards kids and they don't want to over-sexualize her. Fine. I mean, I looked at it, I was like, well, I'm not interested in watching that. But, like, not because she didn't look, I don't know, she just looked, I'd have to see a trailer. The trailer's going to make me want to watch the show or not. Like,
You know, it's very interesting too. There is a double standard, as far as a lot of energy. Like, hey, you know, you're affecting these young girls,
Yeah.
and what they want to be, and you know how they want to be. But there's a lot of that for young boys as well.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, I just put up a picture of Barbie and a picture of He-Man. The picture I put up, there are young ladies that look like that. Now, He-Man, I mean, unless you're on steroids, you're not going to look like that.
It's like muscle upon muscle upon muscle.
Right.
Like, well, unless you're on steroids, unless you're on a strict diet, unless you spend so much time at the gym, you're not going to look like that.
Right. And have a ridiculously strict diet. Let's say it that way. Ridiculously strict diet.
Yeah, you'll have to be very ridiculously strict.
Hugh Jackman was talking about, like, you know, he was tired of having this strict diet to
look like Wolverine.
To look like Wolverine.
Well, he also went on a dehydration thing too.
Yeah, he went through a lot to that. You know what? Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
For all you've done. Just
That's
to
why he wants to retire, because he doesn't want to look like that.
He wants to eat food.
He wants to eat food. He wants to eat some food.
He wants to eat food.
Yeah, so we'll just see if it's.
Can you imagine going on a date, like, no, you eat. No, you eat. I can't.
I can have chicken plain.
I could have chicken and that water.
That's what I can have.
Yeah. No, but enjoy yourself. I
can have steamed broccoli too.
That's just wrong on so many levels.
I know, right?
Oh my goodness. So what's up with this Hollyweed thing?
Oh, okay. So Kevin Smith, Comic Book Man is still canceled. They're trying to shop a couple things around still, but Kevin Smith is working on a new pilot, which I think is available now on Revit TV, called Hollyweed. It is shocker. It's a real stretch for Kevin Smith. He has to play someone that is somewhat of a marijuana expert and sells weed to the people that walk into his shop. Mm. So he shot a proof of concept pilot, and he's shopping it to networks, being like, hey, you should let me make more episodes of this. Mm. And that's it. That's really what that is. But he's trying to get it out there. He thinks it's his next big hit. He is still directing some Flash episodes, some Supergirl episodes, making horror movies monster movies down in Florida.
What is Rivet TV?
I don't know. It is I'm assuming it's one of the streaming platforms.
Gotcha.
Let's see.
Do. Research music. Yeah.
Audience-powered television.
Dun dun dun.
You can watch you can watch the pilot now for free. They have 12 days left to greenlight season 1. Are they close? Are they close? I don't know.
Interesting. A lot of views.
Where'd you get the views at?
On YouTube.
We're live, guys.
On YouTube, the little commercial thing for it. Wait a minute. No, this might actually be the pilot. Hold on a second. Yep. 395,000 over that amount.
Okay, so they have $45,000 pledged already.
That's it. Interesting. Right. Well, it's on YouTube. You could. I don't know. Again, I don't know if this says it's the pilot, so maybe it's the whole thing. Hold on a second. Yeah.
Oh no, that's how many people have pledged. No, I'm sorry. They've had 45,602 people pledged to this.
Oh, nice.
So I don't know how far are they from reaching their goal.
He has a consistent tactic of getting people to rally up the troops to.
Their budget is $5,305,264.
I need that.
Right, I'll take it.
I'll take that, and I'll give you 5 shows. And good ones too. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Kevin Smith will get his money.
Yeah, he'll get his money.
I feel like, guys, this is just what I'm gonna put out there. I feel like a lot of these campaigns go up for more marketing purposes than actually, hey, we need money.
Yeah.
I feel like he already has the money. I'm gonna
Yeah.
throw it out there.
Yeah, I think
I feel
so
like
too.
he already has his
That's
people.
like when Spike Lee, remember when he went on like what was that platform?
Indigo, Seed and Spark.
It wasn't
One of those I don't know.
Indiegogo. What was the first one?
Seed and Spark.
The one before Indiegogo, before that became popular.
Fund Me. GoFundMe.
No, the first one.
I don't know.
What was the first one that's in like Brooklyn?
I don't know.
I don't know, one of them things. The most popular one.
The most popular one. GoFundMe, Seed and Spark.
Nope, before that.
Guys, help. I don't know.
Guys, help! We're live.
GoFundMe, Seed and Spark.
Actually, I guess
Indiegogo.
No, but it's the one that came right before. But I guess it doesn't really matter.
I named the 3 most popular ones.
Everyone says you need to do a thing. But anyway, any route. Yeah, so he did one of those platforms, and I was like, but Spike, you got money. Like, why am I? And you got backers. Yeah. But he got the money though. So it was like, wow, free money.
Of course.
Yeah, so that was kind of crazy.
It's a community thing. It's to give a sense of community. Guys, you will make this happen.
Right. You rally all the troops, and then they watch the.
If you have the following, you can make it happen. It happens.
It happens.
The more you know.
Where can we see your show, Bevan?
Oh, Footprint Network. Footprint.tv.
Awesome. Now, we have to sign up. What do we got to do to get over there?
No, you just type in Footprint.tv and you're done.
What?
You're done. You could see me on Den of Geek.
That sounds awesome.
I talk to all the peoples that want to talk to me. Want being the key word. Or paid. One or the other.
That's awesome. So what else is going on?
I did see Christopher Robin.
You did?
I loved Christopher Robin.
Now, this was at San Diego Comic-Con?
No, I went to the movies and I saw Christopher Robin.
Oh, nice. That's an easy way to do it. I
Right?
think we all could do that.
I also had Christine Baranski sitting in front of me. That was funny. She's an actress. She's on Mamma Mia 2. What did I think about Christopher Robin? I think that if you are a Pooh Bear fan, you will love Christopher Robin. I think if you are just whatever, you may be a little bored. It is, a lot of people are comparing it to Hook and Toy Story 3. They're justified. It is basically a grown-up Christopher Robin that has forgotten his childhood. He's forgotten about Pooh Bear.
Aww.
And he's overworked. He's not spending time with his family.
So we saw this movie already.
In a sense, we saw this movie already.
Just not with Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah. And Winnie the Pooh dealing with a grown-up Christopher Robin is fun. Like, those scenes are actually really quite enjoyable because with a bear, a very little brain, his mentality can't grasp why Christopher Robin makes the decisions that he makes. So, it makes it hard for him to argue with Pooh. Like, how is Pooh wrong when he's technically right, but Pooh also doesn't understand adulthood. So it's like, it's that dynamic of...
Oh, by the way, Kickstarter. That's what I was trying to find.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
The funniest character was by far Eeyore, which is ironic.
I always thought he was hilarious, though.
Yeah, he's really hilarious in this movie. The animation's done really well, I believe. The animation. And the acting is really good. It's a simple story.
Now, it's all 3D animation, correct?
Oh, well, it's live action with 3D animation of, like, CGI Pooh Bear. There's the only... this is not a spoiler. It's in the commercial. This is the only thing that kind of confuses me a little bit with that. I always thought that the Pooh Bear stories were Christopher Robin stories, and he takes his characters and he, through his imagination, we're looking into his imagination. In this movie, it is established that these characters actually exist.
Oh, okay.
Like, these are magical, these are real, they eat food, cake, all that stuff, they exist.
Okay.
No in for interpretation like Life of Pi, where it's like, well, was the tiger really there or not? There's none of that. It all exists. And to me, that opens up a series of questions. Well, like, well, how does this exist? then they never really addressed how the 100-acre wood exists or why it's. I mean, I guess if you go by the lyrics of the opening of Pooh Bear, which is deep in the 100-acre wood where Christopher Robin plays, you find an enchanted neighborhood. So it's like, all right, so if you're, I guess it's just an enchanted neighborhood, and that's it. I guess.
So first of all, see, this is where things go wrong. Okay, who's watching this child? For him to even be walking in the woods to even come across an enchanted neighborhood, he shouldn't even have the opportunity to find.
Well, there's
where's his babysitter? Where's his mama? Where's his pop?
Exactly. Well, in the movie, he goes through a tree,
right,
and it comes out into the 100-acre wood. So it's like, okay, but so then I would have loved to have a scene, maybe at the beginning, because they do open up with like the boy, Christopher Robin, showing up to go to school for the first time, and that's when it's over, for him. I mean, like, he doesn't, like, that's, like, where he kind of tells them goodbye and, like, kind of thing. I'm going to school now, But I would have liked to have had an established scene of, like, he got these toys for, Christmas or something like that. And he's, his dad, they established, like, his dad never had time to play with him. I would have liked to see him, like, his dad just gave him these toys, and that's why they're so close to him. And maybe that, he takes them, he has no one to play with but these toys, so he takes them out into the woods. He hears a mysterious noise. He walks through the tree. He comes out, and all of a sudden his toys are alive. And then he tries to take them back, and they go limp again. Gotcha. So maybe he decides to leave them in the woods so he can always have them be alive.
That would have been interesting.
Like that, then I would have been on board with, like, okay, cool. But they never really established why the world existed, so I was like, okay. I guess
just go toward my little woodland friends.
Yeah,
I just see them all there.
Visit my
just
stuffed
hanging out
toy animals. Okay. But if Jim Cummings came back, he's the voice of Winnie the Pooh and Tigger.
Nice.
And just when you hear him open up his mouth and speak as Tigger and Winnie the Pooh, you're like, my childhood.
Yeah, that's how they get you.
Yes.
But you know what? That's why they give you such a whack story, and we don't gotta develop it. Is he on board? Is he gonna give him that voice? Oh, what do we do? We got him. We got him.
We're gonna cry. Like, I legit heard some adults crying in this movie theater while the kids were laughing at the silly jokes. Here's the adults going, you don't yell at Pooh Bear.
Oh, man.
He just wants a red balloon and honey.
Oh, man.
That's all he wants.
And you know what, in life, isn't that what it's all about?
Exactly. Well, that's the mentality of Pooh Bear, is that, like, the simplicity of him. it keeps him very happy, and he's lovable, and, like, the tearjerker scene in Christopher Robin was when adult Christopher Robin yells at Pooh, feels bad about it, thinks he's lost him, and then finds Pooh on their little log where they always sit with his red balloon waiting for him, and he sits down. He's like, you found me. And he was like, I'm so sorry, Pooh. And, like, he just has this, like, breakdown, and, like, Pooh just forgives him because he loves Christopher Robin unconditionally. And then, so, yeah, it's beautiful. You should totally tearjerker.
I just like to say, and sat on a log, and there was Pooh. And I'll leave it right there. Thank you so much. Give us your social media.
It's Bevin at BEVIN, the letter Y, not now.
Cool. And Michael7 Michael on Instagram, as well as GEEKCASTER on Instagram. Hit us up. Any topics you want us to talk about, questions you had, opinions on something, and we'll bring it up on the next show. And forgive your Pooh, and hopefully your Pooh will forgive you.
Hug your Pooh.
Yeah. Thank you so much for watching GEEKCASTER, everything Geek Media, and enjoy the rest of your day, and join us again another day, another time. Thank you so much. See you next time.
Bye.